David Rice is just your average high school student in Ann Arbor, Michigan, or so it seems. He's shy, quiet, and harbors a secret crush on a classmate named Millie. One winter day, after giving her a snow globe and getting humiliated by a school bully, David storms off and falls through thin ice on a frozen river. But instead of drowning, something extraordinary happens. He vanishes from the water and suddenly finds himself inside the public library, soaking wet and terrified. This is the moment David discovers he has the power to teleport, or jump, from one place to another. Realizing what he can do, David escapes his abusive, alcoholic father and runs away from home. He lands in New York City, where he uses his power to break into a bank vault. With his ability to come and go without setting off alarms, he steals enough money to live comfortably and vanish from society. Fast forward 8 years, and David is living a lavish life in a swanky Manhattan apartment. He uses his teleportation powers to travel the world, surfing in Fiji, relaxing on top of the Sphinx, and dining in London. But his perfect life begins to unravel when he catches the attention of Roland, a cold, relentless operative from a secret organization known as the Paladins. The Paladins are a centuries-old group of religious extremists who believe only God should have the power to be everywhere at once. They have been hunting and killing jumpers for generations. Roland tracks David and attacks him in his apartment with high-tech weaponry designed specifically to counter teleportation. David narrowly escapes. On the run, David returns to his hometown for the first time in years. He reconnects with Millie, now an adult working at a local bar. Trying to impress her and rekindle their connection, he invites her on a spontaneous trip to Rome. Millie, though suspicious of David's sudden reappearance and strange behavior, agrees. In Rome, while breaking into the Colosseum at night, David encounters Griffin, another jumper. Griffin is battle-hardened, sarcastic, and extremely skilled. Unlike David, he has made it his mission to fight back against the Paladins. He's been at war with them for years. Griffin warns David that Roland will never stop until he's dead, and anyone close to him, including Millie, is in danger. Soon, Roland and the Paladins track them down in Rome. David is arrested for trespassing at the Colosseum, but the authorities are really more concerned with the strange occurrences. He manages to escape with Millie, but their troubles are far from over. The Paladins kidnap Millie and use her as bait to lure David into a trap. Desperate, David turns to Griffin for help. The two teleport across the globe, from Tokyo to Egypt to the Arctic, as they attempt to plan a rescue mission. Tensions flare between them when Griffin reveals that his strategy is to kill Paladins without remorse, and he's willing to sacrifice Millie to eliminate Roland. David refuses to accept that collateral damage is necessary. In a high-stakes finale, Griffin tries to kill Roland by dropping a bomb through a teleportation portal. David intervenes, saving Millie and forcing Griffin out of the fight. David then teleports Roland into a remote cave in the middle of the Grand Canyon, effectively imprisoning him without killing him. This moment marks David's growth. He refuses to become a killer, even against his enemies. The story concludes with a major twist. David finds his mother, who abandoned him as a child. She turns out to be a paladin herself. She gives David a head start, warning him that her duty will one day force her to come after him. The revelation leaves David conflicted, but determined to live his own life, protect those he loves, and use his powers on his own terms.